Alrighty, welcome back. This is Captain Santiago's Adventures. The long, painful return to the sea. At least that is the hope, right? Thank you for being patient as it has been. I've been out of town. It's been harder to get some recordings in lately, but hopefully that will change. I'm even hoping to maybe get a stream in the next day or two, maybe a couple even. So we'll see. All right, right now I'm wanting to go finish the night here at 10:44, which is this spot over here. I think I'm actually going to go this way. And I know it's already 1 in the morning, so I just want to get a feel for how the Bream spot is doing. And see if it maybe seems like it's changed any. You'll also notice that we're getting like ever closer to level 20. Which means Volkov. Wait. Am I losing my brain? Yes, that means Volkov, and then 22 is Seversky. So, I've said this before. If you are approaching level 20, the good news about Volkov is not only is it a very fun, well-balanced map, but it also means that you no longer have to worry about, is something in stock? It's not expensive to travel to Volkov, and the store there is 100%. In other words, you're not getting any markups. You're not spending more than you want to. And generally speaking, they have good stock. All right, we're going to switch. They have good stock. It's very rare for something to be out of stock at Volkov. I think we're going garlic dough, right? 12 clip. Let's just get stuff in the water. We can worry about details and such later. I want to... Wait, did I not do a feeder? Did I not do ground bait? We're still using this Bream mix plus peas. I'll show you that in a minute. I literally do just want to try to get everything in the water here first. So I did level up, as you may remember, I did level up the making ground bait to the point where we are able to make real Bream ground bait. But I actually added something to it just for fun, because I know that at least in general, Bream do like peas. So what I did was I took Bream ground bait, which is pearl barley, maggots, millet porridge, and anise oil. And I actually, instead of just using those, I did it in the open ground bait one, and I added peas to it. So I did everything that comes normally in Bream ground bait and added peas to it. Now, the other thing we want to do is maybe throw in some ground bait, which, just for fun, I'm actually going to throw in real Bream ground bait. We know we did not, what do we go to, 12-meter clip here? I think if we do like a 50% cast, that's going to be awfully close to that. And we're going to just try to hit this hard between now and, 8, 9 a.m. See if we can catch a few Bream. So, one thing I have not loved about this spot lately, but this can happen at any Bream spot. You know, if the Bream just slow down even for a second, it gives time for the common carp to come in. And that has been happening some here in this spot. I've started to see common carp bites a little more often than I want to. It would be interesting to play around with play around with only maybe not putting ground bait on one of the rods, see if that rod has a better bite rate. We also now do have the ability to use slingshot, or anything in the slingshot that we'd want to use to feed the water. Because truthfully, sometimes the best bream fishing is actually when you don't use ground bait and you spot. Of course, we can't spot until we hit 80%. We're still a ways away. But if you have the ability to spot and you're going for bream, sometimes it's worth trying that. Okay. The other thing I have done since last I played on a recording is that I purchased the tool that you need to make leaders, homemade leaders. I think we turned its head, have we? There we go. The decent bream. We're also just low on energy a little bit. Is this over 3? It's pretty heavy. Yeah, 3.5 kilos. That's great. I will show you this in just a moment. Let's first catch these fish. Seems like all of a sudden the spot's pretty active. Might be a roach or just, I guess, a small bream. Oh, it's a white bream. Okay. Alright. So we're still using these carp leaders we bought from the store. But I did craft some fluorocarbon leaders. We also could craft some of the carp braid leaders that are pretty much what we use, what most people use, generally speaking. So if you go here and you go down to feeder leaders, you can choose what size. 60 centimeters is always a good starting point if you're wanting to catch like really nice quality fish. If you want to go maybe better bite rate, you could go down to 30 or whatever. You can try different ones. I don't think you want to use larger unless you're doing something with maybe zig rig, when I think you might go larger. I don't know. I just wouldn't go above 60 unless you specifically know you have a reason to. But here's the fishing tool. It's less than 1,000 silver. I can't remember exactly. Maybe 700-800, something like that. But you got to buy that from the hardware store if you want to be able to make leaders. It's worth it. Another white bream, and that one's a fat one. That's awesome. It is worth it in the long run. Obviously, it hurts in the short run to spend that much silver on something when you feel like, well, I could just keep buying store-bought leaders, but you really will succeed and see improvement when you can start creating leaders out of the material that you want to create them out of. Instead of being, and the size you want them, instead of being just limited in the size and strength of what's available in that particular store you're at or whatever. This is now 6 fish we've caught. One of them was a tiny white bream. The other one was a nice white bream. In terms of bream, we've just had 4. But we're not going to get a full night's. We started so late in the morning. So those are the big things we've done. We're getting up towards level 20. We have leveled up harvesting baits to 56.9. A little farther to get to the point in which we can prepare fish fillets. And at that point, we're at least available to consider starting to plan our sea trips. I don't want to do it too soon, but you know, it's on the table. And the other thing is, now that we've unlocked Classic Pop-Up, again, I don't want to do it too soon, but it's at least on the table that we could go to Copper. I do wonder if we want to wait at least until we have Spod. I say that, I mean, once you get into these higher percentages, that would take a long time. But we can create our own leaders. So, I mean, I think we have at least the minimum of what we want. If, you know, if we were to find out copper's like having an amazing performance, just the right temperature. That was a cool looking bream. Once they're a kilo, they just look, the model looks awesome. All right, leveling stuff up. Skill trees, is that what it is? I just stated that about the Blunty spreadsheet to our chat, and now I can see on Blunty spreadsheet that a lot of people just logged into it to go look at it. That's great. Oh man. I kind of want to go look and see what the cafe orders are at like Mosquito and or Winding, just to see if there's something easy that we can hit up for some nice silver. And it might push us to 20. I don't know if we'll hit 20 during this video, but we are closing that gap pretty fast. It looks like one nice way to get XP, of course, at this level is if you can get a good bite rate at Belaya. And at least an hour ago, somebody posted that they were getting a pretty good brown trout bite rate down at the southern tip with the 218 spiker. So I guess that's, in terms of daytime, that's something we could try. Oh, no way. You always love to see people catching trophy burbot at Quarry. Unfortunately, it looks like this was on bait fish, which of course we don't have. We don't have that ability yet. Ooh, I love that size bream. Seven, 8, 9. This feels pretty good right now. Huh. to 10. So, yeah, the hard part is I don't see. Nothing else is jumping out for me of things that I want to try. Wow, the white bream seem somewhat healthy here. It's brutal. I don't know how anyone has the patience to do this, like, without just adding premium for a few days. I mean, doing it without premium seems brutal once you get up to the points that we're at. It's not as bad yet on bottom fishing, only because you just don't think about it. You're catching so many fish. All right, I think it's kind of interesting that we're still catching such healthy bream. $8.30. It won't go on for too much longer, but man, the buffaloes have been coming out lately, haven't they? You know, even if it is pretty slow, it might just be worth going and trying that spot at Belaya. I don't know. I just don't see a whole lot else that looks that interesting. We're at clip 12, 1044. It seems to be pretty good right now. Certainly folks are catching some nice trophies in this spot as well. All right, Ever Ranger, I see you in your trophy silver carp. Now you've got me curious. Where did that come from? Probably Sura. Okay. Still nice ones. It's 9:30 in the morning. Maybe this is good enough bream spot if you wanted to do it you all day, you just kind of could. I don't know, but perhaps. All right. Oh, do we get a lucky cafe order? Do I spawn back to spawn? Oh, we do, but we didn't stay there long enough. That's a 70 silver order there. 3.59, so we keep our biggest one. Do we also keep white bream? Do I ever go back to that spot after this video and just give it another night and see if we hit 21 hours? Probably not gonna hit it. Hold on, 21 hours. Gets us to what? 7 a.m. How many do we need? 3. I think there's a decent chance. So 72 silver for a very short amount of fishing. So we can get rid of all these bream. 46. Those 2 bream. We'll hold on to the white bream and the regular bream just in case. Just in case. That is such an easy bleak order. I'm trying to think about the nearest bleak spot. 18 silver. Also an easy rough order. There's definitely like rough spots here, but I'm gonna do rough. I probably don't. 5 from 29. That one is definitely close, right? All right, let's go basic bottom. I'm assuming that red worm gets us the quickest bites. 87, 87. Yeah, that's the one over here. Okay. We'll take a chance on it. All right, let's switch to the cautious. Actually could go really small, but we'll go 6.2. 87, 87. I think there's also... Aren't there also bleak down here? Like close to the same spot? Did we kill 2 birds with 1 stone? We want to aim straight south, clip of 8. 87, 87. We'll have to see what it looks like. There are some bleak down here, like right here, right? Not a bleak spot. I actually think bleak are here too, or have been. All right, so if we go, did I change that? Yeah. All right, if we go basic bottom, 24 hook basic bottom, red worm, 8-meter clip. Let's just see if they're active during the day. Oh, I forgot to change that to fluorocarbon, but that's okay. And is this the one that has the small? Yeah. 24 hook, let's say. But fly is fine. We'll see if we get a bite at all. You know, it may not be active anymore, but bleak have definitely been here before. Alright, could this be a rough? It's like middle of the day, but I don't know. We might still be able to find a rough. Alright, need to be ready. This one's about to go under. Is it a bleak? Or is it a frog? Something else. The chub invasion is real, by the way. This a perch or something? Dibble? Oh, Bream. Okay. Perfect size Bream. Alright, this is starting to make me think that bleak are not active here right now. Ooh, I almost did it too soon. Did y'all see that? Perch. Not a rough. Almost big enough. I mean, bleak at mosquito. Ooh, okay. There's somewhere. Mosquito, bleak. How far down do I have to go? Pretty far. To the point that they may not be active in the same spot anymore. It's not a bleak. What is that? Chub again. Alright. Hold that thought. We also have 0 rough. Never mind. What? What is on my size 24 hook right now? Oh, these chub. 60.9 bottom. Alright. Still looking for bleak. Alright, here's bleak. 7087. Alright. 7087. Gotcha. I bet it is still somewhat active down here. Alright. Let's do it. Let's just go try it. And then we'll come back and get our... Thing is, if the bleak are active, like, we might occasionally catch a rough down here. Alright, it's right near this wood thing. Yeah, right here. Alright, so we just want to kind of go right in front here. Oftentimes it is active. Oh crap. I was like, wait, not working. What depth are we at? Okay. Oh, one more time. Oh, that probably is one. Oh, dang it. I'll try to do better. Alright. That is them. Did I even look at time on these cafe orders? I don't think I did. Hey, it's a duck. Not a rough. Big perch. There's got to be something on here. A rough. And technically it's more bleak time than it is rough time, so I think we default to trying to catch a few bleak and you know, hope that maybe rough are here too. I don't know that they would be, but they could be. Alright, let me check something real quick. Weekly. Trying to see what he likely is doing over there. Alright. Grass cake 14, spring herbs 15. Didn't? Wait for a second. Ow! What hook do we have on here? A very nice hook. I don't even remember how many we need. Is it 5? There's 31.6 on float fishing, by the way. Could it be a rough? Nope. Not a good sign, but it doesn't necessarily definitively tell us anything yet, but... Okay. Please don't get caught on something. Alright, we're on 2 and 3 here. Unless it's a frog, it's definitely a bleak. The way that went down. Since we're not using flies, it's not a frog, probably. I don't know that we do, but I suspect we have enough bleak now. Because it was a pretty easy order, right? just get 2 more and hope that that's enough. The perch? Huh. Sleeper. Sleeper. Ooh. Time issue? Whatever the bleak order was, I'm just a little nervous that it's not the very easiest. I think it was on the easier side, but that tricked me. That's big enough, I think. Dang. Chub? I remember saying this last time we did a deep leveling series like this. I've been so surprised how often we've gotten harvesting bait points on digging at a high percentage. Oh, that's a nice one. Too bad. All right. That's where I think I was trying to figure out where some of my hooks were. Probably just didn't look on the floats. Oh, that is frustrating. All right, let's get a couple more. I'm gonna just hope that we have finished off the bleak. Let's get a couple more rough here. I hear you. See ya. You know, there was a time in this game game's existence where it didn't do that. So it's like, I mean, there is hope that we could go back to a time when the game is saying there's a fish on, when you can feel that the fish is on, that there is no such thing as like, oh, you were a little too quick. You tricked the game into thinking that the fish was actually not on yet. That did not used to be a thing, so maybe one day it'll not be a thing again. It's very frustrating. If all of the like visual and auditory clues are saying, okay, the fish is now on, and then you pick it up and it reaffirms that the fish is on with the newer indicator they have that actually shows the fish picture on the left side of the bar. In my opinion, once that is happening, there shouldn't be a penalty for like recognizing that too quickly. I could be wrong. Here, I bet I still have some. Actually surprising. That's not a rough. Perch. Think. Okay. Well, it just depends on what the cafe order is, I guess. All right, let's take a chance. See where we're at. There's that spot right near spawn if we needed to catch in one more rough or something. If we don't have enough bleak, we're probably cooked, but... Perfect. 18. Perfect. So that's basically like 35 silver without breaking too much of a sweat. There has been some Bream caught here lately too. You could do that one as well. Alright, so we're now up to 6,148 silver. Oh wait, we don't want to mess with that. Alright. Now we're up to 6,187. Just in the chance that I go back to do Old Berg. Okay, so there we go. We are so close to level 19. Next time I join you, sorry, so close to level 20. Next time I join you, we will be 20. And but either way, this has been another good session. Getting that silver up there. It's always crazy, like at these low levels, if you do the like long save, oh, it's out of stock. So annoying. You do the long save, then and then you buy like an expensive piece of gear and all that silver goes bye-bye so quickly. You just have to remember that, I mean, the game is a grind, and then also that once you have that equipment, you'll never have to buy it again, and you can catch some really nice fish on that equipment. Anyway, all right, as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.